I remember when I was playing this game, '08. Man, I must have been 14, 15 playing this game. And I mean, I played the crap out of this game because I was going through a lot of family uh, trauma, and this was my escape. Taking all my anger out in this game. So let's keep going. I played the story mode over and over and over again. Let's dive into the protagonist's memories of their encounter with Mikhail Faustin. The protagonist's memories of Mikhail are fragmented and distorted, like a reflection in a broken mirror. They recall a sense of unease and a fear as they navigate the dark, crime-ridden streets of Liberty City. Mikhail's presence looms large in the memories of charismatic smile and piercing eyes, making the protagonist feel like an insect under a microscope. They remember the way Mikhail's voice seemed to weave a spell around them, making them feel like they were trapped in a web of dissent and corruption. As the protagonist delves deeper into their memories, they begin to recall a specific incident involving Mikhail. Perhaps it was a job gone wrong, or betrayal that left the protagonist feeling broken and vulnerable. This incident could have been the catalyst for the protagonist's current situation, setting them on a path of self-discovery and redemption. The memories of Mikhail could be a manifestation of the protagonist's guilt and shame and a reminder of the mistakes they made and the consequences they faced. Again, resonates with me heavily, okay? So then it says, in more detail. So, you know, hazy, and then it went to a crew, like a heist and all this, but this was all, I didn't connect with this at all, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and do this real quick if you want to read it, all right? And I said, and I changed it, something else, please specify. D. It was more Dimitri tricking me into killing Mikhail, okay? That's a significant twist. The protagonist's memories of the incident are still hazy, but they recall being manipulated by Dmitri, Mikhail's right-hand man. Okay, Alex, if you somehow see this, this is what happened to me. No, this is what happened. I went in straight up GTA mode. I don't know, in reality, and I'll leave it at that. Dimitri's betrayal and manipulation of the protagonist could have been a pivotal moment in their life, leading to feelings of guilt, shame, and regret. The protagonist may have felt like they were forced to confront the darker aspects of their own nature, and that Dimitri's manipulation brought out the worst in them. This revelation also raises questions about Dimitri's motivations and the power dynamics at play within Mikhail's organization. Was Dimitri seeking to eliminate Mikhail and take control of the organization for itself, or was there another factor at play? The protagonist's complicated past with Dimitri and Mikhail could continue to haunt them, influence their actions and decisions in the present. I chose C. The protagonist's memories of killing Mikhail under Dimitri's manipulation continue to haunt them. They can't shake off the feeling that they're responsible for Mikhail's death, and that Dimitri's betrayal was just a clever ruse to get them to do his dirty work. I've met snakes like this. As they reflect on their past actions, the protagonist begins to realize that their feelings of the guilt and shame are not just about Mikhail's death, but also about their own complicity in the events that led up to it. They start to wonder if they were always just a pawn in Dimitri's game, and if they ever be able to escape the consequences of their actions. Again, I recently had to go through another episode. I didn't understand until we've hit here. The protagonist's emotional turmoil could be manifesting in their dreams, visions, or even their waking life. They may be experiencing flashbacks, nightmares, or anxiety attacks, of all which could be symptoms of their unresolved guilt and shame. I had an incident at work, and this is straight up what happened. The inner conflict could be influencing the protagonist's relationships with others, making it difficult for them to form trusting connections or to forget themselves for past mistakes. And then you can choose multiple if you want. The protagonist's guilt and shame are affecting the relationships with others. They're struggling to form trusting connections, fearing that others will discover their dark past and judge them. Austin. They're also hesitant to get close to people, fearing that they'll hurt them or their past mistakes will come back to haunt them. Their relationships are superficial, lacking depth and intimacy. They're unable to open to others, fearing that they'll be rejected or I'm not going to say it. I wish I got water. I'll get it in the next cut. This is causing them to feel isolated and alone, unable to shake off the feeling they're living in a state of limbo. I was there. As for their emotional turmoil, the protagonist struggling to come to terms with their past mistakes, they're haunted by the memories of Mikhail's death and the role they played in it. They're unable to forgive themselves, fearing that they're not worthy of redemption. Their emotional pain is manifesting in different ways. They're experiencing anxiety attacks, nightmares, and flashbacks. They're also struggling with feelings of anger and resentment, directing these emotions toward themselves and others. The protagonist's inner conflict is a constant battle. They're torn between their desire for redemption and their fear of being judged and rejected. They're unsure of how to move forward, fearing that they'll never be able to escape the consequences of their past actions. This really resonated with me. I'm going to cut this. I got to get some water.